Okay, this is from Courtney Scott. Hello, I am a 37-year-old stay-at-home mom of 6. Ooh, Lordy May, of 6, Jamie. Jeez, let's just all take a bow for Courtney right now. Okay, who struggles with anxiety and depression. I feel so alone in this world. I would like to know if my grandma and grandpa Marie and Wilbur OTT, have any messages for me that may help with all the struggles and worry. I miss them so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to ask this question. It means everything to me. Okay, so Courtney Scott and her grandparents are Marie and Wilbur Ott.
Courtney, you are such a beautiful soul.
Okay.
Wilbur kind of takes a back burner here.
Okay.
But your grandmother, she's very, very kind and good, but she can be very funny. Because, she's welcoming you into motherhood. And she points in the direction of your partner, asking if there can be any more support and any more free time allowed for you. Every day, every single day. I'm going to say it again, Courtney. Every day. Sundays, Monday, Tuesday, goes on till it does it again. Your grandmother is asking for 1 hour out of every day to be invested into you. And that means going into your room and closing the door, or leaving the house, sitting in the car in the driveway, hiding somewhere, whatever that means.
Yeah.
It is an absolute 1 hour with no task at hand. If you fill that 1 hour with personal tasks, you're not meeting the need. You forgot how to slow down, and your grandmother says you forgot how to relax. Your grandfather says you forgot how to do nothing. But when you get the hang of it, that hour is going to give you more energy, more abundance, everything done in a quicker manner. There's a house. You have help in the house. I can't tell if it's a maid or if it comes by every now and then, but use that help wisely. Make a chart. Like, run this thing like a business. And so when you're looking at this 6 kids, you're like, this is my business. I need to make these meals. I need to get this ready. I need to house manage XYZ of the job that you were doing, the job and career that you're doing, when you know all the levels. Then you can say, oh, well, one kid could do this, one kid could do that, the helper can do this. And then you start to delegate at least 40% of it, 50% of it. All of a sudden, your hour is turning into more. And then you can get a book in, you can get a movie in. You do in your own way, but that means when somebody else comes in, they're like, Courtney, what is this? What are we looking at? Well, I don't understand it. So make an university kind of organization with whomever comes in sees, oh, so-and-so has this allergy. This is what's going down. This is when so-and-so needs to be XYZ, blah, 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 blah. It's all laid out. Even if you have to take up an entire wall in your house, so be it. It's the work wall.
Exactly.
Your grandmother loves you deeply. She does not want to see you this overwhelmed and this stressful, because you love being a mommy. You do. And she doesn't want to see you walk away from that because it's work. Get up the next day and say, I'm a businesswoman and I manage this house and these children, and get it done. Static too. Give kisses, Courtney. Your grandfather loves you deeply. You.
Sounds like she had a close relationship. Right. And let's add Marianne's wisdom. She told me never ask anyone if you're being a good mom. You know if you're being a good mom or not. Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. Because it can be a thankless job from everyone else, or your partner saying you're not doing this. You know in your heart if you're being a good mom.
There's even little things, like there's a company called Chick You Do. And it's spelled, Chick, letter U, do. And it's all about independent kids. And they have a lunch you do, which is a little hanging chart that each child gets, and they get to design their lunches for the week, which then helps you have a grocery list. And then the child also knows what they've picked, and they can help, and they can package it for themselves. And that's important for her to get on to with the kids, is the independence of caring for their own nutritional health, for their own physical health, for their own cleanliness in their bedrooms and in their bathrooms. Like, all of that's important.
Right, exactly. I agree. Well, thank you, grandparents, for coming, and we'll get that message to her, to Courtney. Okay.
Yay.
Okay, Sally Jeffries. Hi there. Just came across your YouTube videos and site this week. It was so enlightening. Thank you. Sorry your son crossed. Well, I am too, and he is too. Okay. I wondered if Griffin could get my mom, Jane Jeffries. Can you get Jane Jeffries?
Not a problem.
Okay. Just want to check in with her. See if she's doing okay, and wondered how I can feel more connected to her. Is she hanging out with Dad and Brian Jeffries? He's needing a lot of support with his forgetfulness. Is this going to get worse? Thank you very much, and thank you doesn't seem enough. Sally. From the UK. Across the pond.
You're across the pond. Jane Jeffries is a toucher.
Okay, good.
It's like that gentle hand, like, I'm here.
Oh.
She's standing behind me. Oh, she's so grateful her daughter has reached out. She was encouraging for that, because she really wants to provide more support with you, since you are the care provider to your dad.
Okay.
When you were asking about your dad, are you hanging out with him? She was telling me that he was still alive. But then as you went further, you were asking about his forgetfulness, and that, that you need help, or is it going to get worse? It is going to progress, your mother says. And she says it's going to be okay. As it progresses, he stays a kind and very humbled man, but that he will need assistance in the latter years because his body stays healthy. So his mind will go a little bit, but his body is strong.
Oh.
And she's asking her daughter, so sweet, asking her daughter to please, as the father tends to forget more and more, to watch his age level. He goes from being an elderly, very wisdom-filled man to forgetting, to not knowing so much, but then not caring, and then just to kind of a light humor because he doesn't know what else to do, and then he becomes very exploratory like a child. What do you think is in that box? Maybe we should go open it. What do you think? Just like, let's go see what that's all about. And she's asking her daughter to please travel those layers with him. Hold no expectation that he needs to be the man who he was. Hold the space of he needs to be the man of who he is today.
Right.
And ask the questions that fit that level and follow him. Because she said in the journey of it that her daughter is going to find out so much about herself, let alone find out so much about her father.
Wow, that's powerful. I know it's painful to watch someone lose their memory. Yeah.
I'm all verklempt.
Me too.
She's so sweet.
Me too.
And so, hey, she's a toucher. So you're going to feel when she shows up, it's like a very light feather weight, but the temperature changes on that spot.
I just got cold all the way down my arms when you were saying it, and it was going to be my next question when you led into it but she also wants to know how to feel more connected to her mom, and you just gave her the answer.
Yes,
wow.
Feel the touches, acknowledge the touch.
Yeah,
then your mom will get better and better at it. Jane's going to start repeating it, and then you can play around with that yes, no that we like to do. So, Mom, are you here? Yes or no? Waiting for the touch, things like that.
Right. Okay. Awesome. We'll get that message to her. Okay, that's awesome. So sweet. God, a lot of people take care of their parents. It's so lovely to see that. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to need some pronunciation help here, maybe. Okay. Nalin, Nalin. Raghav, Raghav, ooh-wee, Ramkumar, 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 Nalin, Ramkumar. Sorry, Nalin, I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Okay, it's about spiritual purpose and Kundalini awakenings. Thank you, Marshawn, for taking my request. I found your site through YouTube videos, which are very insightful. I would really appreciate it if your son Griffin could please connect with my energy and let me know what my spiritual mission is for this life. I was working in real estate, but recently my Kundalini energy awakened spontaneously without any prior meditation or yoga practice, and I am now gradually starting to develop psychic abilities, such as clairvoyance and clairaudience. So it would be helpful to know how this connects with my spiritual purpose for this life. Why did the Kundalini energy awaken by itself? Is this connected to a past life event? If you are unable to give this information, I would like to at least know when the awakening process will complete. Thank you again for your help.
Griffin loves it. He goes, "Did you hear that, Mom? She wants me to connect with her energy."
Yes.
He's like, he made that as a joke to begin with, but then it was just like, yeah, he started sitting up and
He's important now.
Yeah, I can do that. I know how to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's excited. She asked, why now, and why all of a sudden with no trigger.
Right.
And Griffin just shouted out, "Because you're late." It was just really funny. Like, you had missed your spot. This was going to happen and you didn't notice it, and so it did it on its own. It was like this safety cord in the parachute,
Right.
It was okay. You can mentally forget as a human being, but your spiritual contract, boom, it's going. It's on target.
Right.
So
love it.
that is why. Now, when you asked about a previous lifetime, it wasn't triggered by a previous lifetime, not at that age. This was definitely because of an agreement you had made with yourself, almost having two parts of your life, one very human and one very enlightened. Then the past lives that Griffin is looking at is you've already been enlightened in these other lives. You've already led this life before.
Wow.
You haven't done it in an American, or where are you? I feel like it's an American space because I see a lot of men. So when you're bringing it to this lifetime, it is encouraging others to wake up as well, which is why you needed such a grand, incredible wake-up story. So Griffin said, "I would love to come help and move the energy so that's comfortable for you." He goes, "But we can't take it away. This is part of your agreement, what you wanted." And he goes, "You asked about when the process would end. Can you give like a ballpark figure then?" We're traveling through 2017 to 18, around March, April. Getting through the winter season and then coming out into spring, you'll feel it lighten up. And the thing that keeps it balanced is when you get the hit on, I know this about this person, I feel compelled, kind of pulled by my heart to help this person. And you've asked yourself again and again, do I need to approach them? Yes. Do I need to approach them? Yes. All right, I'm approaching. So if you get your action aligned with your messages or your signs that are coming in, that'll keep the energy moving and it'll stay balanced. If once it's all adjusted and you're enlightened and then you sit still and you curl up and you're like, "I don't know what to do with this. It scares me. I'm not going to talk to other people. It's way too much." It's going to build around you. And it's going to feel heavy and miserable, and you might start feeling depressed and separated. Griffin's like, "I don't think you need to experience that. It's not going to help you."
But what a nice surprise to wake up to that, to start being awakened like that.
It's definitely a surprise.
Right?
Yes, Kundalini rising is energy to respect. Her experience she's going through, I think some people get excited when there's that instant feedback. I played the lottery and I won. Yay.
Right, absolutely.
With Kundalini, if you haven't been training for it or you know how it's rising, all of a sudden happens to you, it feels heavy, difficult, overwhelming, confusing. It can feel like heat coming off your body. It's really hard to manage. So congratulations, to her for recognizing what it is and helping it settle in. She's not stopping it. So yay.
I think it's awesome. Congratulations, and thank you for asking the question. I mean, that's so much deeper than what I experienced when I was in yoga one day when Griffin first passed away. We went into savasana, when the end part when you meditate, and I saw all these colors: gold, purple, white, and then I saw a man on a bench far away in a park. Like it was almost like a slideshow that was going by. Well, let me tell you, I loved it, but it scared the shit out of me. I didn't tell anyone for days. I thought I was losing my mind. So all of a sudden, I think purple was the first color I saw. So I entered in the computer, I Googled, what does it mean when you see purple in yoga? And it came up. These are your chakras, this is this, whatever. I'm not crazy. Thank you, Lord Jesus. You know what I mean?
How incredible.
Right, and then I wanted to go back to that space every time. But it happened accidentally, kind of.
Yeah, it feels very sporadic.
Right. But it was a beautiful thing as long as you know you're not going crazy. I'm talking to a girl talks to dead people. You can relate with that, right?
I'm with you on that one.
Okay. Thank you for coming and thank you for the question. Thank you, Griff. I think you guys covered that beautifully. And I want to look more into that type of energy. I've read a little bit about it, Jamie, not a lot.